Hey guys. So I don't spend a lot of time on stories like this. Um, I just don't. Today or yesterday, there was a ABF Driver, America's Best Freaks LTL company, um, in Florida, where evidently a guy jumped up on the hood of his trailer and was breaking the windshield, hitting the windshield with something metal or with his fist. I don't know. I don't know what interstate this happened in Florida. It's not happening in Florida. So the video I saw, the driver slamming on the brakes, he's swerving, he's trying to get the guy off the truck anyway, he's able to. He's unable to. Highway Patrol comes out there, and what got me was when he pulled over, the driver actually walked back to the trooper's car. I wouldn't have done that. I've been on the phone 911, and I would have coordinated the whole time, like, hey, what you want me to do? I looked on Truckers Report because I hadn't heard much about this, and it kind of shocked me. And people are like, well, this is a BLM protest, obviously, and that guy could have got shot. Well, first of all, that's not a deadly threat. It's not. For one thing, it's not a deadly threat. I know people are like, well, that's the liberals or left. No, it's not. Not a deadly threat. I'm not saying he should be prosecuted if he had shot him, but that would be a lack of judgment. But the guy that broke in my house when I was with Veronica, I could have shot him, but he wasn't a threat to me. He wasn't doing anything. Bad judgment. Now, so I'm reading through the comments, and a guy makes a statement about how this guy could be mentally ill or something, or on some kind of drugs. And another guy said, right, that's what the defund the police people really don't understand. But that's a lie. That's patently false. And I'm going to show you why. We understand very well that people fall on hard times. I think today or this week is the last unemployment check. A lot of folks didn't pay rent. A lot of folks getting put out of their houses and apartments now. Yeah. A lot of folks are really desperate. I didn't think it would happen on a Monday. You know, people have been talking. I've been talking about this for a little minute. That it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get crazy. One thing about America that other countries don't have is that in America, your health insurance is connected to your job. So all these people who are mentally ill, and I've talked about this before. I've mentioned this before. There's a lot of people who are mentally ill that take hard SSRI, serotonin reuptake inhibitor drugs, and that you don't know because they take those drugs. You'd never know these people they're not well. And that's just what America is. Go back to what I said before. America is not a country. America is a business. And many people are barely able to survive. Florida is a state. You got a lot of people that are uneducated. So you have folks who really don't understand mental illness. They don't care. And these people who have diseases, they self-medicate, drinking, using narcotics to self-medicate. That's very common. And so what happens? You use more and more of it. Maybe you get away with it for a while. Then you lose your job during a pandemic. And you can't go nowhere because, a lot of the restaurant stuff are closed. So it's not a healthy environment there. And now they're telling you you're going to lose your unemployment and you're going to be evicted. This is not good. And so a lot of people are going through tough times. We understand that. We on the left understand that very well. And most people that I talk to would probably say the same thing, that if it's up to us, that person would not even get to that point to where they're doing that, to where they're having to self-medicate, to where they're having to ration drugs. Yeah, I've heard that story too. People who ration insulin and things like that. And wind up dying as a result. Or engaging in bizarre behavior as this guy on the video was acting. What he did was wrong and it was stupid. And if that man had defended himself, I would have found no fault in it. But I'm just trying to make the point that some people out here are not right in the head. And this guy said he could be self-medic, he could be on cocaine or LSD or something. I just didn't find anything funny about it. And people all over the forum were laughing about it, and he's a BLM protester, and he should be. And I'm just like, dude, this guy, it's like George Floyd. It's people who are on really hard times. Not necessarily bad people, but they're having a hard time. You know, I think this is kind of why on the road I never really had anybody complain on me ever. And I drove for SRT like 4 to 5 years of my life driving trucks, and I never really had a customer complain on me ever. I've had drivers do sneaky bullshit and call the police because I was blocking them, but I've never had a customer do that ever. And I've seen people brought to the yard for threatening customers, and you look at them and they're like, it's like like there's something to this. This guy cursed these people. He may not have threatened them, but something took place because they have something to prove. I learned that about rednecks, is that they have something to prove all the time. They're cowboys. They're ready to kill. They're not interested in finding out why things are the way they are. And for me, I just always understood that people are going through things. And just because someone's going through something doesn't mean it has something to do with me. That everything that goes on in the world, I shouldn't take it personally. And I know that. I knew that. And with rednecks, they do. You can get killed by these people. They'll kill you. They'll take life. There's a joy in it. There's this manhood, and they're maintaining the system and following you around in truck stops, following you around, and yeah. I thought it was cops, and I'm like, these are truck. I learned these are truckers. Yeah. That's why the George Zimmerman thing. Like my dad said, I believe George Zimmerman was trying to scare him with that gun. I don't want you in my neighborhood. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if Trayvon Martin had a weapon, or Trayvon Martin had broke into a house, or Trayvon Martin looked into windows. It didn't matter. I don't want your nigger ass in my neighborhood. I don't want to see you niggas in my neighborhood. That's the mindset, and that's what I learned with truckers. That's what got me, is that they don't believe in race. They don't care about racism. But you if you're out here on the road, you will see racism. You will have truckers say, like, get away from my truck. You will have truckers, like, say blatantly racist shit. Oh, yeah. Big time. Just blatantly homophobic, racist, like grab women's butts type stuff. Blatant animal stuff. Caveman stuff. And that's what Truckers Report is. It just gets me that people can be so unfeeling and so uncaring. It just reminded me of that cop on Cedar Post back in March when the pandemic first started. People live in hotels, and I guess this hotel, it come from corporate to put everybody out to clean the hotel. And this cop was on Cedar Post. He was actually joking about it's their fault that the blacks aren't paying their bill. They weren't put out for not paying their bill, stupid. They were put out because the corporate people told them to. And guess what? They probably weren't given any warning. These are people who have kids, okay? They're working temp jobs and stuff like that, living in a hotel with kids. And now you're putting them out on the street. And you're happy about that? That's same thing with trucker support. It's just a coldness to others and a siege mentality and a sort of societal resentment. How dare you niggers come out here and speak? I don't even want to see you fucking niggers. How dare they let these niggas get on television? It's a societal resentment and an anger and a rage that society would actually listen to black people and listen to the struggle of the black man for a few seconds. How dare they? And so because people are listening to us, then in that cop's mind and Cedar Post's mind, that means the world has lost its mind. I said it before. That's the police on there, that's their worst fear. It is, that white people understand the struggle and white people get it, that there's a lot of black folks who are really caught in bad situations who are not criminals, who make bad choices. They make bad choices, not defending the choices, but it's because of circumstances that they've been put into. And the fact that society's getting to understand that and acknowledge that, then that cops, in their mind, well, they're losing their mind. Like I said, siege mentality. Siege mentality. You're either with us or you're against us. I think that is so ridiculous. I think that cops should not be at the center of society. And cops have to somewhat be aware of the societal movements of the society. And I think that if you're a cop and you are so hateful against societal mores and societal shift, you're not really a peace officer anymore. You are a Nazi. You are a Gestapo. Like you are something else. You're not a peace officer anymore. You are you're a predator. You're a predator. You're someone that wears the hat of a peace officer, but really you're a race soldier. And you're hiding behind the color of law. Peace.